Well, hello there. Welcome to Hanging with the Hags. Well, today Vicki and I are up in Montana, so around the Flathead Lake area. We're about 2 miles outside of the town on the south side of Flathead Lake called Polson. And we are at a Harvest Host slash Boondockers welcome. We've been here for 4 nights. This lady's name is Patty, and it's her piece of paradise. And man, what a really nice place she has here. She has 5 acres, and she can host, I think her ad says she can host up to 5 people, but I think she could host quite a bit more than that. So if I pan around here, this is going up towards her property. So that Airstream up there is a Harvest Host. They're on a 30 amp power hookup that she has available, free of charge too. So if you need 30 amp free, she's letting you hook up there. And the other nice thing about this place is it has a 5-day stay limit. So it was super nice for us to be able to come here, be able to park, and then hang out with my nephew Stefan for a few days. And so with a 5-day stay limit, some Harvest Hosts advertise that, others don't. Others, when you get there, they say, oh, stay as long as you want. So it just kind of depends. But that's the highway right up behind her place there. And we're down here in this grass field. This is the Flathead National Forest is up behind us. So from this spot here, you actually have a view of those mountain peaks, and we've been watching the snow slowly melt. Each day we wake up and we're like, oh yeah, a little less snow today. So it won't be no time and the snow will all be gone there. But yeah, of the 5 acres, it's pretty much all grass down here. And so if I pan down here to the end, the guys next to us, they're getting ready to pull away. But if you look back there, that's Flathead Lake right there. So she doesn't have waterfront property, but I think she's maybe 2 properties off of waterfront. But great views. You're far enough off the highway, you don't really have a lot of our sounds, but from the road. Super quiet. This lot actually next to us is vacant. Doesn't look like anybody's lived here in a while. But what has been nice is the deer come in here pretty much every night and every morning. So each day you got a group of maybe 3 to 5 deer that are coming into the field getting their breakfast. And then the other cool thing is this field has 3 or 4 great horned owls. And so at dusk, they'll come out and they'll start hooting and hollering. So that's been really fun to go out and watch them. And they are probably the biggest owl I've ever seen. And they'll sit back here on these fence posts or on the deck of this house right here that is somewhat abandoned. So yeah, been a good sight here. Patty was super nice, and place is beautiful, and it was just really in a good location, being on the south side of Flathead Lake. Stefan's kind of on the north side, but it was maybe only 25 minutes up to get to where he's at in Summers. But today we're packing up and we are heading up halfway up Flathead Lake to a state park called Westshore State Park. And we're going to be in there for another 3 nights. And then I think tomorrow we're doing some hot springs out in Hot Springs, Montana, which is just west of where we'll be staying. So we're going to hook up with Stefan and go do some hot springs soak, do a hike, and then maybe do dinner or something out there. And then on Tuesday, we're hoping to get into Glacier National Park. So as you know, it's a reservation only kind of situation there. And we've checked during the week last week, and it seemed like every day we could have got in. But we kind of wanted to wait until we were up further north. So it'll put us about 25 minutes closer to Glacier National Park. So we're going to head up and hopefully do that on Tuesday. And if we don't get a pass on Monday night at 7 p.m. when the pass opens, If we don't get a pass then I guess we're just going to head up and be up in Glacier before the gates open at 6 a.m. So not really the gates, before the toll booth opens at 6 a.m. If you get in before then it's kind of fair game. And then I was talking to another Harvest Host member, and he was like, "I'll be careful taking that truck up there. There's a couple of areas that are going to be super tight." So not sure how far down the road to the sun that we're going to get down, but definitely get in there and get some good pictures, and hopefully taking a hike or two throughout the day. And yeah, and then next stop is pretty much going from here to Spokane. So we're going to drive nonstop. It'll be one of our longer distance of driving, maybe 4.5 hours. But we're going to go in and see Darren and Laura Duncan. So that's super cool. They're out there, and I think it's Spokane Valley. So we're going to go boondock in their driveway for a few days. And then next thing you know it, we're heading back across the pass to the west side of Washington, and planning to be home around the 11th of June. So super excited to get home. It's been a really fun journey. We've learned a lot. We're already making plans for our next year. We'll do a full 9 months on the road, leaving sometime in mid-September. And so yeah, so we're making plans and taking everything that we learned on this 6 months journey and trying to figure out how to make next year's journey even better. So, well, thanks for watching, and subscribe, like, and share if you feel like it. And for all my Western Washington family and fans, we'll be back in town soon. See you then.